What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is The Truth back at you with another video yet again, and this will be part 2 of my previous video about the 122 words that women consider sexist. So, you know what, let me just go ahead and get back into that and continue where I left off, because apparently my previous video was too long. And I didn't get to finish it, so I had to turn this into a two-part video, or into two videos. So, where I left off was mistress, so let me go ahead and go down to what came after that. So, what came after that was the term kept woman. And the definition of that is... historically, the term has denoted a kept woman who was maintained in a comfortable or even lavish lifestyle by a wealthy man so that she would be available for his sexual pleasure. Such a woman could move between the roles of a mistress and a courtesan depending on her situation and environment. Yes, but apparently that is sexist for what reason? I have no fucking clue. I really have no idea. I mean, it's just like, what? Because, what, she's married? Or what the fuck is it? Okay, hold on. Let me think. Who is maintained in comfortable, lavish... Okay, so, by a wealthy man. So that she would be available for his sexual pleasure. And, what the fuck? Do you think she just deserves to fucking live off of his rich ass for free? Like he's just supposed to do shit for her and she has to give nothing in exchange? There's nothing she has to do except for be there, but out of the name of love alone? Like, what the fuck? Do you think people are taking you, do you think men are taking you into your fucking home, into their fucking home, just so you can sit there and stack up bills and eat off of them for free just because they give a fuck about you? No, you better be putting out, you better be giving us something. Like, for real. Like, if we were gonna be that, we could have just stayed fucking friends. But whenever it comes to this, no. That's just you calling this sexist is a weak ass excuse for somebody to live off of somebody without having to fuck them. That is literally what you're trying to call this sexist for. Fuck off. So anyway, now the term incompetent cervix is apparently sexist. Okay, an incompetent cervix, also called a cervical insufficiency, occurs when weak cervical tissue causes or contributes to premature birth or the loss of an otherwise healthy pregnancy. Yes, and what the fuck is sexist about this? Because it's an incompetent cervix? Are you really trying to say this is sexist because of the word incompetent? Like, really? Get a fucking life. My God. Okay, so the term failure to progress is apparently is for some reason sexist. I'm sorry, but this lady is fucking stupid. By all means, anybody in the world who, if you ever see this damn video, please, by all means, do tell me where the fucking term failure to progress is sexist. Because this don't even have anything to do with a woman. The failure to progress is literally the definition of stagnation. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is sexist about this? What, the failure? The word failure? Is that what you're saying is being pertained to women? Or what? I don't get it. What the fuck is sexist about this? Just the term failure to progress. I don't get it. Please do explain. Anyway, elderly prima gravida or some shit like that. I've never even heard of this, but yeah, anyway, background. The elderly prima gravida is defined as a woman who goes into pregnancy for the first time at the age of 35 or older. Progressively, this has become more common in our contemporary society, and traditionally such pregnancy is regarded as high risk. Okay, so this is just a term for women who have a kid above the age of 35. What the fuck is sexist about this? I don't understand feminist logic. I don't understand women's logic and reason, or maybe it's just because it don't exist. I don't know. I mean, like I said, this is not demeaning, this is not undermining, this is not insulting, this is not shaming or ridiculing. This is simply just stating that somebody past the age, this is the title of somebody who has a kid past the age of 35. So, what the fuck is sexist about this? What, because it's a female label? Like you haven't given men any kind of labels? Like dog? Okay. Whatever. Anyway. So, irritable uterus. What is an irritable uterus? Some women develop frequent, regular contractions that don't produce any change in the cervix. Okay, so are you trying to say that using the term irritable uterus is sexist simply because the word irritable is in it? Really? You're trying to say that the term irritable uterus is sexist simply because the word irritable is in it? Oh, I'm sorry. I just kind of zoned out because yeah, that was stupid. But anyway, so princess as a default term of address to a girl you don't know well. Well, from what I've seen, I've heard fathers call their damn daughter princess. Is that because they don't know their daughter very well? Is that why a father would call his daughter a princess, is because he does not know her very well? By all means, do tell me if this makes any sense. You know, do tell me the fucking logic in this, because I'd really love to know. There ain't nobody calling a fucking bitch a goddamn princess these days unless it's their damn daughter anyway. Because trust me, us men have learned that you bitches are not queens and you are not fucking princesses. Not these days anyway. But anyway, tomboy. Because a girl who likes to climb trees is no less of a girl. Okay, so? Is this really your biggest fears? Is this really your biggest worries in life? Is labels and one-liners and words and really? And you wonder why you ain't became a fucking president yet? Like, you're over here concerned about the word tomboy and princess and redefining medical terms used to describe female body parts and stuff like that. And I'm sorry, whatever. This is just dumb. All of this is fucking stupid. Okay, anyway, the term girly, or the term girly. A girly girl, because boys can like pink and sparkles and not all girls do. What? What the fuck are you talking about? This is probably going to be really offensive to gay people when I say this, so whenever I say this, at least you're already prepared for it. Please try not to get offended whenever I say this, but the term girl or girly girl, because boys can like pink and sparkles and not all girls do. Now, here's the thing about that. Back in the day, men, men who used to wear the color pink and like sparkles, they used to get called a faggot and they got their ass beat for doing so. And then all of a sudden in modern day society, it seemed to turn into a bold color that strong men wear. And I'm just there like, okay, you look like a fucking fruit, but whatever. Well, wait, I better watch it. Pretty soon, if I don't stop using the word fruit, they'll turn that into a sexist category. They'll turn that into a sexist term. I better be careful. Oh my goodness. But anyway, then we have the term little lady, which has apparently turned into a sexist term for whatever reason. I have no fucking clue. Didn't even bother to write down the definition because this is stupid by itself. To call a little lady is sexist because you called her for what she is. You titled her by what she is because you don't know her name. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Anyway, the next one on the list would be jailbait. That's pretty bad if you gotta call a bitch jailbait. But, a woman or young woman collectively considered in sexual terms but under age of consent. Yeah, basically, this is something a guy would call an underage woman who is trying to get with a guy who could possibly be locked up for being with her. So he would call her jailbait, or something of that sort, and he would move on or just say he's not interested. I'm pretty sure the next term they come out with to be sexist is called not interested. But, yeah. Jailbait is apparently sexist now to women. So the term heartbreaker has turned into a form of sexist communication. And this is why, and any other words that sexualize little kids suggesting they are into romance or sex when they are only 4 years old, that is not the definition of a fucking heartbreaker? The fuck? Do you even do your fucking research? Honestly, do you even know what the fuck you're talking about before you say it or write it down? Like, that is a legit question that I would love an answer to, because the term heartbreaker is, it could go for male or female, of somebody that has broken your heart. Just the damn term alone speaks for itself. A heartbreaker. It's not that it has nothing to do with fucking being a pedophile. It has nothing to do with any of the shit that you're talking about. That, whatever, man. A heartbreaker is basically a relationship gone bad. That could be man or woman, so please shut the fuck up. Anyway, or it could be a person who is very attractive but who is irresponsible in emotional relationships, which is the same fucking thing. Anyway, getting down the list, the word pretty is apparently sexist now, and this is what she had to say. I'm just suggesting that if you use this, it's not the first thing you say, or the thing you say most often to a child. What? This is getting to where it's not even fucking funny. It really is, because, oh Oh my god. This is just fucking stupid. You know, for you to say that this is something you don't say to a child, what the fuck else you gonna say to them? No, this has nothing to do with pedophilia. What the fuck? This don't even have anything to do with a woman. So why the fuck are you saying it's sexist? Yes, you can call a woman pretty. When you announce to a woman that she is pretty, if you compliment it, we get it by now. If you compliment a bitch, you are sexist for doing so. If you try to make her feel good about her appearance, you are sexist. We fucking get it. You don't want to feel special. You don't want to be complimented. You don't want shit from a man except for his money. We fucking get it. Anyway, you know, fuck it. I'm not even going to bother with the term pretty to go into definitions and shit like that, because that is stupid by definition alone to even discuss. Now, the term bitch fest. Okay, we already know what this is. I'm pretty sure we've already all know what this means by now. So I'm not even going to go into it. The term cat fight is whenever two women get into an argument physically, whenever they get into a fight physically or mentally. So the mommy wars. Yes, the battle between working mothers and stay-at-home moms has been called the mommy wars. Arguments center around the most effective use of one's time in raising children. Yes. Okay, now, what the fuck is sexist about that? I really don't get it. Mommy wars. It's two women going at it. What the fuck does this have to do with a man at all? What, because a man uses the word mommy wars? What the... You have no logic. Anyway. Okay, so now, this one is a lovely one. Apparently, it is sexist of a man to call a woman caring, which is displaying kindness and concern for others. And honestly, today, I don't hardly see too many men calling a woman caring. Actually, today, women seem to be the complete opposite of caring, because they don't hardly seem to be showing any kindness or concern about anybody other than themselves, especially when it comes to a relationship. Thank you very much. It is apparently sexist to call a woman compassionate, feeling or showing sympathy and concern for others. Like I said in the word caring, we don't see this from women anymore. We don't see women who have compassion for other people. We only see selfish bitches who want self-gain. That's all we see. Now, it is currently sexist to call a woman hard-working, even though she is working hard at her job, if she is doing a good job, if she is outworking the men, whatever the case may be. If a man goes up to a woman and he says, you are hard-working, you are a hard worker, then you are fucking sexist for doing so. So keep in mind, men, never compliment a woman at all for any situation, no matter what the fuck it may be, because if you do, you are a sexist. Yes. Okay, conscientious. Yes. Of a person wishing to do what is right, especially to do one's work or duty well and thoroughly. Yes, it is apparently sexist to call a woman conscientious. Conscientious. Not even gonna bother. I'm really not. So it is apparently sexist to call a woman dependable, and that's for obvious reasons, you know. That once again, this is not gender specific at all. This is for anybody who is depending on somebody else for whatever the case may be. This is multi-situational to call somebody dependable. You know, you can't really just put one situation on this. You can't put one gender on this, because whatever, man. This is not sexist. This is somebody looking for something to bitch about. This is literally people looking for shit to complain about. That's all the fuck this is. Okay, so the term diligent, having or showing care and conscientiousness in one's work or duties. So it is apparently... It's apparently, once again, to call a woman caring in her duties or work. Got it. We will never say that you're caring and compassionate again. We will never say that you are diligent. You know, you have literally told us to stop complimenting you. You have literally told us to stop saying anything good about you. And then you wonder why nobody has anything good to say about you. What the fuck is your issue? I don't fucking get it. Okay, apparently it is sexist to call a woman dedicated. This is just truly amazing to me that it is sexist for a man to call a woman dedicated. You are a dedicated wife. You are dedicated to your church. You are a dedicated mother. You love what you do, you know, blah, 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 whatever. Apparently it is sexist if a man calls a woman dedicated. You know, just hearing that shit reminds me of that scene in that movie. You know, whenever it comes to you know what? I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not even gonna do it yet. Okay. So anyway, the word tactful, having or showing tact. You know, it would be nice if the word tactful had a tactful definition. You know, but whatever. You know, yeah, that's literally all the definition is for tactful, is having or showing tact. Wow, that is quite the definition you got there, people. Anyway, the term interpersonal, relating to relationships or communication between people. So, it is sexist to a woman if a man calls her or uses the word interpersonal. I don't even get how the fuck this is sexist. This don't even pertain to a fucking woman specifically at all. So what the fuck ever. The word warm. Yes, we've already had cold. Why not add the word warm in there? Why can we not say that a woman is warm? You know, we can't call her cold, so we can't call her warm. It's sexist if we call her hot, probably. You know, because then again, you're complimenting her and saying that's a way of saying that she looks good. So what the fuck are you supposed to call her? If you call her ugly, it's offensive and demeaning, so that would probably be sexist too. So, you know, pretty much they're saying don't compliment us, don't say, like I said before, don't say anything about us at all. Don't even mention us. Pretend we don't exist, but yet pay us. Ugh. That's putting a kink in my neck. Okay. Anyway, the final term is the word helpful. Yes, that is right. The word helpful is apparently sexist to women now. And this is self-explanatory, you know, and this is something I haven't heard men call a woman in a very long time, not by any man I know anyway. Especially not me. I've never found a bitch in my life helpful at all. Honestly, if anything, they were the complete opposite of helpful. You know, if anything, they were needy and clingy and just fucking irritating bitches who deserve to get their fucking ass whooped, who would probably get their ass whooped if they was a man. But due to the fact that they can hide behind the law however the fuck they choose because they're fragile and weak, I don't see the fucking feminists and women trying to fight for equality in that because they know they'd be getting their fucking ass beat. You don't want to appear as weak and fragile. You don't want to be called anything pertaining to something weak and fragile. But yet you don't want to get the equal rights to prove that you are not weak and fragile, which contradicts your entire fucking movement. So do me a favor and please shut the fuck up. You are not helpful or beneficial to anyone at this point in time, especially when it comes to a man. You have benefited in no way, the same thing that goes for marriage. You have not benefited a man does not benefit in that in any way, shape, or form. But anyway, yes, that was the final word, which is considered to be sexist if men say it in front of a woman's presence today, calling her helpful.